Hey, what's up, guys? It's Money Man, and we back with another one today. Oh, forgot. Today, I'm gonna be telling y'all about how I bought me a Chrysler 300 5.7 Hemi at 16 years old for fucking cheaper than your rent every month, boy. Cheaper than your rent every month. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the garage and let this beast see the day of light, and then I'm gonna start the video and explain everything and tell y'all the story about how I got this car. Sound like I almost cracked my own glass. But fuck, I broke the garage even more last night. What a wow. I'm gonna go around and fix it. Always breaking his garage, man. This thing is literally hanging on by a thread. Oh, that's how you do that. Bitch. Come on. Oh. I see what's going on. I just am missing a screw. Alright, let's lift it up.
Years later.
Woo! Alright, now that we just struggled for like fucking 100 minutes, y'all don't know, I don't know if y'all want to see this baby right now, but I'm gonna show y'all anyways. I'm sure y'all do. She's a little bit dirty. That's it right there. Alright, hey, now that we already, you know, freaking had to wrestle in WWE with the garage door, let's get this cold start and pull her out into the driveway so we can start this story time. She's cold, and she's low on gas. I wonder why. Alright, so now that I fucking ear raped y'all, it's time to back up real slow. I got like 2-3 inches of, probably like 2 inches of clearance. But it's worth it, cause it's better than someone stealing your car while you're asleep. I wouldn't know nothing about that. Would not know nothing about them stealing my car while I'm asleep. Alright, guys. Got her out. Got this this beauty out of the prison cell. What's up, you dirty bastards? It's time to tell the story. Alright, so I'm about to tell y'all, I'll make a long story short on how I got this badass V8 Hemi for such a good steal. Okay, so ever since I was a young like teenager, probably like 14, I always been on Facebook Marketplace, and well, I just so happened to be on Facebook Marketplace, see this car just listed like 15 minutes ago, whenever I had seen the post. And I messaged him right away because he wanted $1,000 for this car. And it said, like, it had a good description on there, like a good couple of things about it. But I told him I want more information. I'm really interested. And I told him, like, my situation, that I had just gotten a car taken from me that I had paid cash for. And I'm real young, and that I really needed this car. And I just wanted to also talk to him, like this man that I had seen that posted the listing. I wanted to talk to him about the issues with the vehicle, what kind of like mechanical issues were going on, because that was such a good price. And from what I had seen on the pictures, this car was like the outside looked perfect, dude. There wasn't nothing but one small dent on the side, a little tiny dent. And I just was so confused. I thought it was almost like, I almost thought it was a scam. And I ended up messaging him, and he told me the issues that are going on with it, like that it had electrical issues, that the RPM sometimes shoot up and down, but it's his wife's car, and that she's owned it for a real long time, and that it's been good to her, and she still drives it every day. That's what he said. She still drives it every day, even though the issues that it has, and it's really none. So I told him, man, will you take $200 as a down payment for this vehicle? And I'm pretty sure he thought, like, I mean, that sounds like a joke, man. But knowing that I'm 16, it sounds like a reasonable offer from a 16-year-old. I mean, what other 16-year-old wouldn't think just to offer $200 and see what could happen? And the dude told me, man, I don't know if I could take $200, but he said, if you give me $400, I'll let you take the car, and you could pay me the rest in a payment. And I told him, man, dude, I only have $200 right now, but I want this car, and I want to see it tomorrow, and I'll have the money by tomorrow. I just need to do something. So that night, I went, and I made $200 extra. I got the money, the extra money for this car. I had like $450, and it came to the day of the morning. I couldn't even sleep that night, man. I was laying down just thinking of that car, looking up videos of the same model and year, and people going crazy in these things, like crazy. So I just I was so happy. And then the next day we had a meetup time, and I had my homeboy who was supposed to take me, and it ended up that he was taking so long, man. He took like an hour longer than he should have, and he showed up an hour late. And then the dude texted me, he's like, man, somebody else is going to check out the car, and they're probably gonna pay cash, full cash, but if they don't, then I'm gonna message you. And we had already made a deal and everything, man. Like, he went back on his deal, so I was like mad, because I really didn't think that he would do that. And so, to make, you know, a long story short, he messaged me, and about an hour later, and he said, the guy hasn't came by. He was supposed to be coming from out of town. You can come by and check it out if you still want. So, man, that time, my homeboy showed up so quick, and we fucking raced out there. Went fast as hell in his car out there, 20 minutes away. And it's an apartment complex, and we're pulling up, and I could see it. I could see it through the gate when we're coming in. And it was so beautiful, man. The rear end of the car was like just so clean and shiny, and You could see the tail lights. They were badass, man. I still was thinking it was too good to be true. And the tips, it was just like a dream come true. And we pull in and we get the gate code. We have trouble, but we get in. And then I go talk to the guy. He has his kids out there and they're playing on the parking lot right there. And we just start talking, man. And I talked to him a little bit. He had just showed me like this really cool Crown Victoria he had, like badass police interceptor. Everything was still in there, and he said he just bought it for his family. That's why he didn't need this car no more. So I talked to him, we chopped it up, and then I told him, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and check out the car. Is it cool if I get the keys? He gave me the keys, and then straight away, first thing I did, I put the check engine scan tool, because it had a light. So he was talking to me about the codes and stuff, and it just scanned for about like 2 codes for catalytic converter and O2 sensors, which is part of that kind of, you know, nature of the exhaust and all that. Well, I look under the car, and no surprise to me, it was fully straight piped, like a professional straight piped catless exhaust system. And I was like, man, this is like crazy. And I hadn't started the car up yet, so I figured out that there's really nothing wrong with the car. There's no like physical, mechanical, anything issues running wrong with it from what the scan tool is telling me. So I turn on the car and it sounds choppy, like so loud, and I was so happy when I turned it on. And I told the dude, you mind if I take it for a spin real quick? And he said, yeah, as long as you just leave your car that you came here in. So me and my friend, we hop in, and I just barely let off, I reverse, and I start going straight, and barely let my foot on the gas, and it's like rumbling, like rattling loud, and not a bad sound, like a good sound. And me and my friend just looked at each other, and we fucking like had the biggest smiles on our face, man, because we love loud, fast cars, and that thing sounded like it was fast, man. So we go drive and spin around the apartment. It's a big complex, and I hit the gas a little bit, and that shit is so loud. I always heard cars like this, but never had I like ever been in person, like sitting in a car, much less drove one. It's a neighbor's dog. And so I was so happy, and I already knew that I was gonna buy this car as long as it drove perfectly fine. And it did. It drove perfectly fine. I drove back to the guy and I told him, man, you can consider this baby sold. So I gave him the money. I counted up $400. I gave it to him and he counted it up. I checked out the title. Everything's clean, considering what I've gone through with another vehicle. Everything's clean VIN, clean title, the plates, everything. It's the same vehicle as the title. And so we talked it out. We talked about how we're gonna make this work out with the payments, and that's it. I drove off with this baby. I drove off and I slammed on that gas. That's a one little tiny dent. That's the only dent on the vehicle. And I slammed on that gas, and man, I probably almost shit my diaper, man. How fast this bitch went. I hadn't experienced something like that in a long time, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't like believe that it was my car. I still remember the day I got this thing, about a month and a half ago. So that was probably like one of the best days ever for me. Took it straight to the car detailers. We cleaned it up, and me and my homeboy raced home. I started going like 90 on the highway, and this bitch was pulling hard. Like this thing was murder. So I got home, and my mom the whole time was worried. She thought I was gonna get robbed. She was telling me that no one is gonna sell a car for that price. That she always thinks I'm gonna get fucking beat up and robbed. That doesn't even make any sense. That someone would sell a car for $1,000 or for much less $800. And I was so happy to pull up. And I slammed on that gas, and this bitch pops like loud. Like, my neighbors, they all call the police on me all the time. Like, the police come over here and they say that, like, they get about 5-6 calls a week on this car. And they hate me, man. This car is like, it's murder to your ears. And that's what I love, man. I came home, and I was so proud, man, to show that I really did it. I got it after everything I went through to work for the money to get it, and talking to this dude, and then almost losing it. So I was really proud and happy, and here we are today. I've been working on it. It really has not, in the whole month and a half I've had it, it's never done one thing to make me second guess buying it. So we'll give it another. I'm gonna turn her on for y'all. She's loud. My power steering pump's going out because they ran it dry. The woman ran it dry, and I put it back in there, put the fluids in, and it's like no sounds whenever you turn the power steering pump now, but before you would hear like a real ugly sound. That was the only problem. So I need a new pump right there. And it came with this. I put that baby on. It was in the trunk. Came with the aftermarket radio, and I installed it myself. And it just like was like a blessing that got through a freaking huge blessing like that from the sky. And I got the cover inside. I just been working on her a lot. Let me show y'all this. Neighbors, they hate me, and that's gonna be it for the story time, guys. That's how I got this beautiful fucking V8 Chrysler 300, that 300C right there. Let me try to take a for the thumbnail. Yeah, all right. Well, that's how I got this beautiful car, guys, and there's a lot more bangers to come in the future. We some real street racers out here in the motherfucking hood, so we're gonna make y'all some good videos, some better videos than all these people you see making car videos on YouTube. They ain't gonna make them like me. They ain't gonna make them like us, man. This shit is gonna be another type of style of car videos. And you know, we really in the race car, man. There ain't no registration. We really drive like that with no registration on the roads, fucking racing at night, man. I'm not playing with y'all. So we're gonna bring y'all some videos for real, some real deal street racing videos. I'll catch y'all in the next one, and I hope y'all like my story time. And I'll see y'all in the next one for sure.